is the pole sitter, the quadruple world champion Max Verstappen. It was his 4th pole in a row here. He's unbeaten at Suzuka since 2019. It was a lap record. It was nigh on perfect, and you could hear the elation in his voice. Happy birthday, dear Oscar. Happy birthday to you is what they were singing in the McLaren hospitality earlier. 24 today, looking to become the 3rd driver to win on his birthday. James Hunt did it. Jean Alesi did it. Can Oscar Piastri do it?
Max Verstappen pointing to the right, Lando Norris pointing to the left. 53 laps to come here at Suzuka, where it's lights out and away we go. Verstappen gets away better than Norris and cuts him off straight away. Piastri slots into 3rd ahead of Charles Leclerc, and then come the 2 Mercedes. It's Verstappen into turn 1 ahead, and now it all gets concertinaed together. Round the outside, there is the racing bull of Isaac Hadjar ahead of Lewis Hamilton. It's Verstappen from Norris, and then comes Oscar Piastri. The top 3 all getting away well. Fernando Alonso under pressure, battling away with Pierre Gasly as they go up through the S's. Behind Charles Leclerc. So Verstappen got the better launch and cut off any threat from Lando Norris straight away.
He did, but Norris was really good, aggressive into turn 1, was the outside, and Piastri was really far behind. He backed off into that turn 1.
Gabriel Bortoletto called out by a damp patch, I think there, a lot of wheel spin, and quickly passed by Esteban Ocon.
And he backed off of it as well. Okay, we're at the back anyway, let's not do anything stupid.
This is the Gasly Alonso battle. They were running wheel to wheel for pretty much all of the 3.6 miles that encompassed the first lap. And God, how close do they get there?
Yeah, but what you don't see there, this close, the driver behind is actually taking the air out of the driver ahead, and it slows down the driver ahead.
Not enough for Pierre Gasly. Look how much closer Oscar Piastri has now got to Lando Norris. He's got DRS, 1 DRS zone here down the main straight. Max Verstappen. Carlos Sainz, we said, got past Nico Hülkenberg. That's where that happened, at the hairpin.
And that means that I think Mercedes feel that he's holding up George Russell. I think it's got a bit more pace than he's able to show right now.
2 seconds. Lewis Hamilton showing Isaac Hadjar how it's done with DRS into turn 1, making the move and up to 7th place. Hard compound tyre as opposed to medium compound tyre.
Verstappen in for a stop, and Red Bull are in the pits.
Right, not just Red Bull, but Ferrari and McLaren as well. Verstappen is coming in, Lando Norris is coming in, and also Charles Leclerc. So the top 3 on the road, as it were, are all making their stops, and this is where the pit crew can make a huge difference with a speedy stop. And that looked a little bit unsteady for Lando Norris, but it was a second faster than Max Verstappen when he was stationary. Oh, and there's Norris onto the grass! Max Verstappen stays ahead of Lando Norris. He gained a second, did Norris, on Verstappen in the pit stops. Norris for one moment thought, you know what, there's an overtake chance here, but it all went a little bit wrong for him. Fortunately, for his sake, he is still ahead of Behrman.
He forced me up.
Okay, we're on it.
McLaren at the end of the pit lane, really good stop. And there's Verstappen just coming into view. Oh no. Was it ever going to work for Lando Norris? Verstappen keeps the same line here, doesn't veer over to the right, he's looking in the mirrors.
He drove himself into the grass.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, we know the game, Max, as you are.
He didn't do anything wrong there, he was on his line.
I don't think that's an unsafe release, Jack, because Lando Norris could have backed off, slotted behind him and not gone onto the grass, and I don't think Max Verstappen forced him onto the grass either.
Stole me alongside. I was easily alongside.
We're on it.
Also, he pressed the pit limiter off too early. There's no way that was legal. Understood, Max.
Okay, Lando, they said no further action on the pit exit. Just means you'll have to overtake him on track.
Like you should.
Did a good job with the tyres, better job than he is.
I never expected to come out ahead of him there. Not because I deserved to, but just he had the right of line, he had the space, he had the position, you know, so I wanted to give myself that chance of being there, but I didn't expect him to give any room. He didn't have to give me any room, you know, so yeah, nothing to complain about, just some nice racing and a bit of action for the TV.
I think the grass was it was not really well cut on the right-hand side, so I think Lando saw that as well, and he made sure that it was nicely cut.
Guess what? He's in DRS range now, is Oscar Piastri. If Lando says his tyres are fine, I'm quite sure what Piastri's going to say about his. Super fine, maybe? Because he's the faster of the two McLarens at the moment.
Super fine, but he's pushing. He's really asking a lot from his tyres now, and Norris will have more tyre at the end of the race.
Yes, unless Oscar can get past Lando Norris and then charge after Max Verstappen, and the end of the race comes before any trouble with those tyres. That is an unknown. That's why we love live sports. But I tell you what, he is going to be pouncing all over Lando Norris at this rate in about 2 or 3 laps.
If Lando's still saving, I think it should go soon. I think they have the pace to get Max.
This is Lando's pace.
Okay, like I said, it's going to have the pace to get Max.
You can also see that Lando is pushing super hard. He's coming out, little slide, and he's close now. Piastri is very close.
This is the closest he has been as Carlos Sainz gets past Nico Hülkenberg and up into 15th. He has not been any closer than this to his teammate down the main straight, 17 kilometers an hour, extra pace. He is gaining on Norris. He's gaining on Norris. He can't quite get wheel to wheel with the other McLaren going through and into turn 1, and you can see there just how twitchy it is for Oscar Piastri.
Just said what I felt, and I thought that if I had the opportunity to get in front of Lando, then maybe I could go and get Max, because my pace felt very strong, and I was able to get into DRS relatively comfortably. I just couldn't get any closer than that. So, yeah, thought I would at least ask the question, but that's completely fine with me.
If you're McLaren, you get out-qualified by Max Verstappen, this is exactly what happens. You lose the race. This has got to be the first operational mistake, the lost opportunity in this championship for McLaren so far this year. And what a drive by Max.
They went into this race, Red Bull level with McLaren and Ferrari on 7 wins here at Suzuka. They are going to make it 8 for the team. And Max Verstappen, with just 3 more corners to go now, is going to become the first driver to win 4 consecutive races here at Suzuka. What a performance from the reigning champion. Max Verstappen wins the Japanese Grand Prix. McLaren have to settle for 2nd and 3rd. Lando Norris stays ahead in the championship. It's just a point between the drivers now.
That's perfection. Just perfection, Max. Fantastic. Wow. Thank you, guys. Wow. Oh, mate, what an unbelievable weekend. What a great turnaround after the difficult start. You see, we never give up. We keep pushing together. Well done, everyone.
Max, that was one of your finest weekends. That was a truly inspirational performance. So, as you say, never, ever give up. All to play for. Well done, mate.
Just watching here as the top 3. That was a big lock up there from Lando Norris at the end.
Was that on the last lap?
It was on the last lap, yeah. I wonder why Oscar Piastri was that much closer to Lando as they crossed the line. He left the track. I don't think he gained an advantage.
Shaky.
McLaren thought it could be a 1-2, but in what could be a very tight battle this season, you've got to max your opportunities when they come your way, and Verstappen did just that, the winner of the Japanese Grand Prix.